If you want to sound more like a local or a native and speak just like the way they speak, then you have to stop making these mistakes, especially when it comes to your pronunciation and especially when it comes to how you're delivering your phrases. Let's start off with the very first mistake that a lot of you actually make. Mistake number one, you say, I am agree instead of I agree. A lot of non-native speakers always make this type of mistake. Instead of saying, I agree with what you're saying, you make the mistake of placing the am in front of agree. So instead of saying, I agree with what you're saying, you say, I am agree. That makes no sense, right? Don't say, I am agree with what you're saying. Say, I agree with what you're saying. Mistake number two, she go to school every day. She go to school every day? That makes absolutely no sense. Instead of saying, she go to school every day, you should be saying, she goes to school every day. She goes to school every day. Now, the issue is a lot of people use improper grammar. And like I've mentioned before in my previous videos, learn how to use proper grammar. If you want to stand out from other non-native speakers and become more fluent and being able to adapt faster, you have to learn how to use proper grammar. So instead of saying, she go to school every day, go is the wrong word for this specific sentence because we're talking about something that continues to happen all the time. She goes with an S. She goes to school every day. We're talking about something that is constantly happening. And this is why I want to highlight past tense and present tense. Present tense is when you talk about things that are happening now or that happen regularly. For example, I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. Or she works at the hospital. Or they play soccer every weekend. These phrases are present tense because I am talking about something that happens regularly and I'm also talking about something that is happening now. Now let's talk about past tense. Past tense is when you talk about something that already happened yesterday, last week, or even a long time ago. So for example, I ate breakfast at 8 a.m. in the morning, or she worked at the hospital, or they played soccer last weekend, right? So past tense is when you talk about something that already happened in the past. That is why it's called past tense, okay? Now, connecting everything back together, it really depends on how you're using your phrases. It really comes down to what you're actually saying. So instead of saying she go to school every day, say she goes to school every day. Why? Because we're talking about something that is continuously happening. This is present tense. She goes to school every day. Another mistake that a lot of non-native speakers make is when they say, he don't like it, instead of saying, he doesn't like it. He don't like it is not proper grammar. He doesn't like it is proper grammar. He don't like it. Nah, that's wrong. He doesn't like it. Here's another one. I didn't went there. I didn't went there makes absolutely no sense. I didn't went there. I didn't went there. No. Instead of saying I didn't went there, you should say I didn't go there. I didn't go there. Below in the description, I have created a free PDF to help you guys identify the right grammar to use versus the wrong grammar to use. So go ahead and take a look at it and learn more. Another mistake that a lot of people make also is when they're talking about their age. Instead of saying, I am 20 years old, a lot of people say, I have 20 years old. I have is the wrong word to use in this specific phrase, especially when you're talking about your age. Instead of saying I have 20 years old, you say I am 20 years old, or I am 25 years old, or I am 30 years old. Native speakers speak like this. They don't say I have 20 years old. I have, you know what I'm saying? It does not make any sense. Let me stop this video right here. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I'm hoping that you really enjoyed this video.